Missouri is really struggling to fight a shortage of qualified teachers. According to the Missouri State Teachers Association, a big reason for that is low pay. Now, one person just started as a new commissioner of the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education this month, and our Missouri Capitol Bureau asked how she plans to address teachers' pay.
There has been some legislation passed here recently that has addressed that to raise it to a $40,000 minimum, and I really applaud those who have gotten behind that. But we can put those kinds of things into statute, but where the real work comes is that we've got to fully fund our schools.
Even with that raise, Missouri teachers are still starting at a salary below the national average of $44,000 a year, according to the National Educators Association.